In this session, I am going to discuss about register and combination of resistors. Okay, basically, a resistor is a substance which opposes electric current, and the property of the resistor is known as resistance. In the previous session, we defined what is resistance. Resistance is the property of the substance which opposes electricity, and the substance which has resistance is known as resistor. Fine. These resistors are made of two types. One is wire bound resistors, another one is carbon resistors. Here, look at the wire bound resistors. These are known as wire bound resistors. They look like spring. These wire bound resistors are made of alloys, constant alloy, manganese alloy, nichrome alloy. These alloys are used in making wire bound resistors. As you know that these wire bound resistors are used in certain electrical appliances like a electric stove, like a presser, like kettle, electric kettle. So such wire bound resistors of a higher range are used, and these wire bound resistors are made of alloys. As I have told you that there are three types of alloys: manganese, nichrome, and then constantan. Why do we prefer these alloys in making heating filaments? Because they do not oxidize at high temperature. Their resistivity is more than the resistivity of the conductor. Fine. The other type of resistor is a carbon resistor. These carbon resistors are used in electrical and electronic circuits. Look, here is a carbon resistor. It is made of carbon, and there are two terminals here, and there are some color bands. By using color code method, we can find out the resistance of this carbon resistor. Usually, carbon resistors are of higher range in terms of kilo ohms, 10 kilo ohms, 100 kilo ohms, mega ohms. They have very high range of resistance. Fine. Then look at the symbol of resistance. This is the symbol of resistance. It is like a road breaker. How the road breaker controls the speed of a vehicle. Here, this resistor controls the speed of current. Fine. Here, different types of resistors are there. This is a fixed value resistor. Here, a fixed value resistor. Here, a variable resistor. This is called a variable resistor. This is also a variable resistor. Both are same. A variable resistor and a variable resistor. A fixed resistor, a fixed resistor. And this resistor is a light dependent resistance. The intensity of light as it falls on this resistor, its resistance will change. Such a resistor is called light dependent resistor. Fine. Now, let us look into the topic how resistors are connected in series. There are three resistors here: R1, R2 and R3, and all of them are connected in series. Series connection means end-to-end connection. Okay, the positive terminal of the battery is connected to one end of R1. The other end of R1 is connected to the first end of R2. The second end of R2 is connected to the first end of R3 and so on. So this type of end-to-end connection is known as series connection. So resistors, any number of resistors can be connected in series. And these resistors can also be connected in parallel. In series connection, the net resistance will be more than the individual resistances. Whereas in parallel connection, the net resistance will be lesser than the individual resistances. You can see how these resistors are connected in parallel. This is resistors in series. And here these resistors are connected in parallel. Okay, in parallel combination, net resistance is always lesser. In series connection, net resistance will be always more than the individual resistance. And look at how these carbon resistors are connected in parallel. This resistance is 1 kilo ohm. This carbon resistor has 2 kilo ohm. This has 3 kilo ohm, and all of them are connected to a battery. And this type of combination of resistors is known as parallel combination. Look at some more diagrams. These are all carbon resistors. They are arranged in parallel. Here is a carbon resistor, and this is green color, blue color, and then this is some brown color, and here is some silver color or gold color or no color. So depending upon their colors, we will find out the resistance of this carbon resistor using color code method. Fine. Coming back to the resistors connected in series. Fine. Look at the diagram. The same diagram can also be drawn like this. This is R1, this is R2, this is R2, R3, and they are connected to battery whose potential difference is V. This resistance is R1, this is R2, and this is R3. Remember that whenever resistors are connected in series there is only one path, there is only single path. In single path, the electric current is same, that is I. Electric current is same. But potential difference across each resistor will be different. The PD across this resistor, the PD across this resistor, the PD across this resistor will be different if the values of resistances are different. Suppose if it is 1 kilo ohm, the potential difference will be different. If it is 2 kilo ohm, the potential difference across this resistor will be different. If it is 3 kilo ohm, the potential difference will be different. If their resistances are same, 1 kilo ohm, 1 kilo ohm, 1 kilo ohm, potential difference across each resistor will be same, but the total total potential difference would be sum of the individual potential differences. So we can write that the net voltage, the total potential difference across the combination is equal to sum of the individual PDs, sum of the individual potential differences. As we know that by Ohm's law, V is equal to Ri. V is equal to Ri. Call this is equation number 1. What is V? The net voltage, the total potential difference applied across the combination. What is V1? The potential difference across V1. across R1. What is V2? The potential difference across R2. What is V3? Potential difference across R3. V is equal to Ri by Ohm's law. What is V1? V1 is equal to R1I. I is same. At every point, electric current is same. So that electric current you can measure by connecting one ammeter anyway. You can connect one ammeter anywhere in the circuit. And to measure PD, you need to connect voltmeters. Like these 3 voltmeters are required here. These are voltmeters. So voltmeters are always connected parallel. Ammeter is connected in series. In single path, current at every point is same. So there is only one ammeter is required. But to measure potential difference across each resistor, 3 voltmeters are required if there are 3 resistors. So this voltmeter measures for PD across R1. This voltmeter measures PD across R2. This voltmeter measures PD across R3. So V2 is equal to R2 into I. V3 is equal to R3 into I. This is equation number 2. Substitute 2 in 1. We get V is equal to Ri. Ri is equal to. Then V1 is equal to R1I. V1 is equal to R1I. And V2 is equal to substitute V equal to Ri here. So Ri is equal to V1 is R1I. V2 is R2I. V3 is R3I. I you take common and cancel it. I cancels. So we get R is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Fine. Suppose if these values are 1 kilo ohm, 2 kilo ohm, 3 kilo ohm, then how do you find? The net resistance will be here it is 1 kilo ohm, here it is 2 kilo ohm, here it is 3 kilo ohm. So 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 1, 6 kilo ohm. Instead of kilo ohm, if resistances are 100 ohm, 200 ohm, 300 ohm, then how do you add? R is equal to, if it is 100 ohms, we write 100. If it is 2, we will write 200 ohms. If it is 300 ohms, we will write 300 ohms. So this is equal to 600 ohms. Instead of 100, they can be 10 ohm, 20 ohm, 30 ohm. So net resistance will be 10 ohm, 30 ohm, 20 ohm. So it will be 20 plus 30, 50 plus 10 is 60 ohms. 10 ohms plus 20 ohms plus 30 ohms will be 60 ohms. But how do you calculate the current? Current can be calculated by using this formula. I is equal to V by R. What is V? The net voltage. Suppose if this battery has voltage 12 volt, Suppose the resistance is 60 ohms. Here is a battery connected whose potential difference is 12 volt. R1 10 ohm, 20 ohm, 30 ohm. What is the net resistance? Net resistance is 60 ohms because here R is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3, 10 plus 20 plus 30 is equal to 60 ohm. How do you calculate current? 12 ones are, 12 fives are. So I is equal to 1 upon 5 ampere, or in other words 0.2 ampere. So like this we will calculate the current and the resistance. If you know current and the net voltage, you can calculate V1, V2, V3. You can calculate. Suppose in this problem we would like to know what is V1, what is V2, what is V3. Suppose here is R1 whose value is 10 ohms. You take R1 is 10 ohms. You take R2 is 20 ohms and R3 is 30 ohms. 10, 20, 30. And the potential difference is 12 volt. 12 volt. How do you calculate? First you need to calculate current. Current is equal to total voltage by total resistance. Total voltage is 12 volt. Total resistance is 30 plus 20 plus 10, 60. So I is equal to 0.2. How do you calculate? Shake what's it? No. Suppose you wish to calculate V1. V1 is equal to IR1. What is I? I is 0.2. What is R1? R1 is 10 ohms. So how much voltage? 10 into 0.2, 2 volt. How do you calculate V2? V2 is equal to IR2. Current is same. Everywhere current is same. Current into the resistance of this resistor. That is 0.2 into. What is the second resistance? 20 ohms. So it will be 4 ohm. Then V3 is equal to IR3. I is 0.2. R3 is 30 ohms. So it would be 6 volt. So the net voltage should be equal to 12. 6 plus 4, 10. 10 plus 2, 12. Then it is correct. So like this, we calculate current and PD across each resistor. Fine. Now let us move on to another important combination of resistors, that is resistors in parallel. Remember that whenever 3 or more resistors connected in series, the net resistance is equal to sum of the individual resistances. And in series, the net resistance would be more than the individual resistances. Such a combination of resistors are used in electrical and electronic circuits in order to slow down the speed of current. So this RS means R1 plus R2 plus R3. So all the three resistors replaced by one equivalent resistance. Now we will go to resistors in parallel. Three resistors, whenever they are connected in parallel, like this, what is the net resistance? Remember, R1 is parallel to R2, R2 is parallel to R3. There are three resistors here. In our domestic circuit, in place of resistors, tube lights are connected, or some electrical appliances are connected, and domestic circuit is a parallel combination of resistors. Here it may be a refrigerator, here it may be a washing machine, here it may be a tube light, and each one will be provided with a switch. Here, each one is provided with a switch. So domestic circuit is an example of parallel combination of resistors. But here DC source is used. There in the domestic circuit, AC source of electricity is used. Here DC current is supplied. There AC current is supplied. Each resistor is provided with a switch. So in parallel combination of resistors, there is a scope that individual appliances can be operated as and when we wish. Fine. So come back to the parallel combination of resistors. Here, in this combination, the current splits here. Here is the I current. I splits into three branches, I1, I2, I3. The same can be drawn like this also. Here it is R1, here it is R2, here it is R3, and here is a battery.